us. Aha.
We're streaming.
Victory.
Now we're streaming.
So,
Yeah.
so I see the axe, and I know you're talking about making shields.
Shields is next week or in next month.
On 24th.
Oh,
You got to learn
see,
basics
I was
first.
smart.
See, this is basics.
I'll just come to the second class and like.
Well,
try to do it.
you will
can buy
learn
tickets in advance,
you will learn
too, so.
you will learn inside outside cuts in straight cuts today. That's what this class is about.
I'm assuming I already know that.
Okay.
I'm assuming. Hi, Grace. Hi, Munchkin.
So you get to earn yours.
Oh, can we draw on the sidewalk with chocolate?
No, we get fined.
Okay.
So
Do it
that
over
being
by
said, you
Alfie's.
can do it in front of Alfie's. Hello. Today we are doing armor building crafting 101 foam smithing, and I spelled foam wrong. How entertaining.
How do you spell it?
FOAM.
Is that not okay.
Yes, unless you're dyslexic like me and you do AM.
Ah.
I am confused.
Why?
I've been confused.
You must be smarter than the tool, dude.
I'm learning. Slowly.
Okay, I will explain the tool real quick.
My question is, I'm assuming it's like scissors?
No.
Oh, that's my first mistake.
The PVC pipe.
Ah. Oh, it just tightens that way? Okay. It makes sense now!
Nice, we have the even end so now instead of the computer.
So how does that... Oh, so how does it... Ah,
And you
then it
don't
locks
stick your
in.
finger in it. You
No,
don't
what?
finger.
No?
Or noses.
Or other bits.
I have my channel listed as mature, so just don't drop the F-bomb.
Do I sit in the computer
You should.
spot?
I'm
I've got
recording.
another chair.
It's yes. Right now we don't have anybody actually watching,
Yes, but
so
I can.
this class should go about 2.5, 3 hours.
Guys.
Keep it down. I am recording, and this is broadcasting live.
Hello, Wondering Epic Online. I'm Ben.
Yes.
Hi, Ryan!
So today we will be doing battle axes and foam axes. So once again, I'm Dan, the Drunken Dwarf, and I will be hosting. So I'm going to go ahead and
Do we
talk to the
want to
students.
Where's my need?
Your need
Nope.
You said you were the
I
Drunken
dig it.
Dwarf. I said, where's your need?
at home. So the first project is we will be cutting out patterns because you can't start without patterns. And while you guys look at the patterns, please do not start cutting patterns yet because I need to explain what we're doing and how the patterns are used. Some of you guys have done patterns before. As I reach and block my camera. So there are some simple instructions on the patterns. There are supposed to be other people joining us. They'll join us later. That was not a good choice for me to put the camera there, but oh well. As I walk around and get tools for people.
You're still in the camera. Is it delayed?
This is delayed.
Okay.
So we have scissors. We have rulers.
Pencils.
No, you won't need pencils. Pencils just traveled with me. Safety glasses.
Yay!
Remember your safety glasses because glasses matter.
I know, but I'm sitting there going, dang it. My husband's got the side guards on his glasses.
Well, there's not going to be that much to do with. So when you're crafting, you guys will get craft knives. They will get dull. Don't replace the blades. Bring them to me and I will show you how to sharpen them. The downside of foam is it will ruin blades faster than you can sneeze. You're going to get roughly 2 cuts.
No, it's okay.
And if
I told you
anybody
we were
has
busy
questions
taking class.
out in camera land, let me know. I will be explaining as we go how these things works and what they do. So what we're using is gym mats.
Oh, cool.
regular fancy dancy gym mats.
What's the difference between the lows and the,
None.
so you can tell them?
I will. You get there. So each of you will be using roughly half the mat.
Okay.
Don't use more than that because we need the foam for other projects later. As an example, this is a full mat. This is the pattern that you will cut out. So don't worry about like cutting the foam in half because you can see it goes a little bit over half. But
I watched you do that yesterday.
yes. So the patterns, let's start with patterns. Has anybody done seamstress stuff before? Then you guys know patterns, so I don't have to discuss patterns? Good.
Hi. I already said hi to you. I live with you.
I know.
So, looking at the pattern real quick,
Hi,
it's
Dan.
really simple. Hi. You know I'm live broadcasting, right? Remember your safety glasses. They are important. You don't necessarily need them while cutting unless strange pieces of scissors are flying at you, in which case that is a terrifying experience. Okay, so there's some simple instructions on the pattern. You'll see that, like, for the main part of the blade, it'll say cut 4 to with pattern flipped. So what we're referring to there, those out in TV land, is you will cut out the pattern and you will cut 2 this way, and then you will flip it and cut 2 this way. So go ahead and start cutting out the patterns. And as I promised, I would show you how to make patterns as part of this class as well. On this pattern, there is one piece that is missing, or not exactly correct.
Okay.
So this is something that is do not overcut the lines. If you cut into the lines, you ruin your pattern, and it becomes very difficult. So hand-eye coordination is required.
I can only do it for a second.
So, and I'm going to fast forward and help you guys because I already have a set of patterns
I'll be
because I cheated. I did this yesterday to make sure that everything was correct.
I watched off on.
So, as you guys are cutting out patterns, I will be explaining material. So the first material that we use is called EVA foam. This is simply gym mats that you can buy at your local hardware store. If you have a Harbor Freight or something along that line, you can purchase them there. They are much cheaper. Lowe's, any of the hardware stores are going to run you about $20 for 4 mats. Where at Harbor Freight,
Daiso for $1.
it's the wrong size mats. Yeah. So but you need the 1-inch mats. So actually they're about 3/4 of an inch, but they call it 1-inch gym mats. They come in roughly 24-inch squares, and it's what we'll be using for all the crafting, if I can talk today, crafting classes going forward. So at the bottom of the paper, you'll see these little things. Don't worry about those. We basically need these 4 pieces cut out.
The numbered ones versus the
Yes, the numbered ones. You need parts 1, 2, 3, and 4. The bottom part are other parts that we'll use later.
The measurement parts were perfect.
Yes. Yeah. So the other part that you guys will need is simple. It's called Schedule 40 PVC. For this project, we will be using the 3/4 inch schedule pipe. Although it's listed as 1/2 inch, it's actually 3/4 of an inch. And that's important for when we start making these things. I have gone ahead of time and cut out some for the people in the class, but I will explain how we cut them and shape them and sand them, and that's going to be the first project that we actually do with these. And there's simple tools that you can use. Runaway parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get a trash can. Oh, that's right. I have one right there. I knew there's a reason that I chose out here.
Any other ones like there's not a Pokemon tournament going on out here?
Yes, there is a Pokemon tournament. So there's a thing that's called a Breastcraft. That's the company, and they make these things that are called PVC pipe cutters. These things are really awesome, and they cut very, very smooth. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see if I can get it up there for you guys. But it cuts very, very smooth. Cuts very smooth, very clean. You don't have to do a lot of cleaning afterwards. And how this is used is very simple. You put it in, very sharp. Be careful of sharp. Put it in, and you simply clamp it down, and then it has a little ratchet, and you just ratchet it down, and it cuts it clean. Very simple, very clean, very nice part. This will run you about $10 to $15 at your local big box hardware store. You can buy them online, and they work very well.
How thick should the mats be?
The mats, we're using the standard mats. I'll show you the cover for it so you guys know exactly the mats that we're using.
Do I type the answer?
Yes.
Okay.
So we got a good question out in computer land. These are the mats that we're using.
Standard foam mats?
Yeah, standard
There we
foam
go.
mats.
It just showed up, okay.
Yeah. Let me get them a little bit better in view.
And should be how thick?
They're a standard 3/4 inch. So, or they call them 12 millimeters or 0.47 inches.
4.7 inches?
0.47 inches.
0.47 inches thick. Anything else?
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Will non-skid mats work?
Yes, that's exactly what these are. So, and you can buy these once again at the big box store. This one I bought at Lowe's, and it was $19.95, and you get 4 in the pack. What?
Harbor Freight, is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can buy them at Harbor Freight for about half that if you have a Harbor Freight local.
Do you want me to write that?
They hear me recording. Yeah. So that's how you deal with these. And these offcuts, you want to save, and I'll show you a trick on what we'll do with these in a minute. Yeah. They work!
Yes, but without line.
Yeah. You don't, if you have glasses, you don't need to wear the safety glasses.
If we start doing more stuff,
Yeah.
I'll get the.
It's when we go to the second class and we start doing actual work with the hot iron and that type of stuff, they will become more important. We will be doing some sanding later. That's where,
I'm used to sanding.
yeah, this stuff is toxic. Please do not breathe it. That was the other reason that I was doing it outside.
Can I use bamboo instead of PVC?
No.
Why?
Bamboo hurts.
Bamboo will not shape, form, or sand and be able to do the offcuts and undercuts that are needed. You know you can just ask questions, right?
I asked him to do this.
Breaks the splitters too.
Yeah. So this is specifically for crafting and LARP armor. You don't really want to take this into real battle or anything along that line.
Don't take it to Nessie
No. This will work perfectly for LARP battles, though, and for boffers. So what we're making, technically, it's called a level 3 weapon. Level 1 is the PVC tubing with the, literally the wet noodles, the pool noodles wrapped around it.
Is it paintable?
Yeah, all this is paintable. And we'll get to that part later. So how you guys doing with the cutout of parts? Do you have them all cut out?
I always have them all cut out.
Okay. So the extra parts, just go ahead and get rid of because you won't need them. Also, I will be making this pattern available to you and link to the guy that I got these from. There's a real wonderful guy out there called Lost Wax who also does a YouTube channel. And once again, guys, if you like what you see, please like, share, and donate. Right now, as I said before, all the donations and all the money that I get on my Patreon are going to buy a mouse that actually works so I don't get killed when fighting zombies.
You're not.
I don't like dying when I fight zombies. I don't mind if they bite me, and it's not because of my own stupidity and lack of manual coordination. So, once you get all the parts cut out, the next part is to try to figure out how you're going to fit them all on the phone. And that can be a bit of a challenge. So, I have a little bit of extra foam that was left over from yesterday when I did the cuts. So you guys know what this will look like when the pieces are all cut out. This is what we're actually building today. So, and the instructions are pretty simple, and I'm going to go through and walk you through all of the pieces that you need and how we do them real quick. So the first piece you're going to need is the major piece, and you want to find its little brother. And the little brother you want to set off somewhere safe because we will not need it until much, much later. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to need 4 copies of this. My recommendation is down the edge here, line them, and remember you have to do reverses of each other. So what I do is I go number up, and I will go 1, and then I will trace it out. So, yeah.
You do need pencils.
No, you need Sharpies, which I have. Yeah, Sharpies work. Sharpies work really well.
Question says, what's the best zombie killing weapon?
Anything at the time.
Crossbow. I think katana.
It's, even though I mentioned Sharpie, these are actually Bic permanent markers.
Same difference.
It's same thing, same difference. I will warn you guys now, one of the downsides of foam is it acts kind of like an ink pad, so you will get ink on yourself. You can see I got it all here from yesterday. And to do this is a really simple act. I'm going to go ahead and flip this around so it's easier for me. And I'm going to get my extra party parts out of the way. And pro tip for the people that make repetitive, these manila folders work great for storing things. The other things you can do is rather than cut these out on paper, you can cut them out onto the yellow manila folders, and it makes for a longer lasting template. Cardstock. Cardstock will work too if you can get big enough. So what we do, also on larger ones, stick pins work really well to hold these in place if you need to. So basically it's really simple. You just draw out the...
What do you think of laminating the patterns to make them last longer?
You can laminate them as well. If you have access to a laminating machine, by all means go for it. So simply, you just want the standard pattern. And what I do is I do 2 of the forward facing. You're tempted to want to put this right up to the edge. Leave yourself a good little, not a tremendous amount of distance, but like a 1/16 to or so inch between patterns. How you guys doing over there? Got any questions? Talking to the people in the class. As I try to keep this in camera.
and that's why.
Is that enough space, standing?
Yeah.
I said that after.
That's partly why I saw it, is I saw how close you did it. You will be fine. It's when you go to cut it, you'll have to be careful in that area.
Okay, I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, can you use double-sided tape?
You can, but it will leave a mark on the foam. So, and then like I said, you want to flip it. So, and at this point, it's easier to actually rotate the mat. Now remember, there's two things with mats that you want to remember. Either you rotate or the mat rotate. And you want to rotate and keep it easy. So whichever is easiest for you is how you want to do this.
Yeah, because cameras.
And you see that I'm not being like perfectly neat with my lines. I just want to get the pattern on there.
Got it.
Um,
Thank you.
it's foam. One of the benefits of foam is it's very, very forgiving. Because it's a sandable object. So that being said, you don't want to take creative liberties with your pattern. You can later when you start doing set patterns and you know what you're doing. But for now, while you're learning, the best thing to do is to follow the pattern. If you've done any dressmaking or costuming with cloth or anything along that line, you guys know how to work with patterns. They're really easy. They're not hard. All they are is literally cutting templates.
And what if they want a serrated edge?
We will not be going over serrated, nor will I talk about it right now, because that is a very, very complicated skill and is outside of the scope of this class.
are you willing to show me how to do that?
Absolutely.
Just not in this class.
Not in this class, that's fine. It's just,
Yeah.
he knows why I need
The
to have
advanced
it.
class. In the advanced classes.
So the other thing you want to do is once you get them cut out, before you go too far, you want to go through and you want to label what is the top and what is the bottom. So what I go is top 1, top 1, top 2, top 2. That way there you know which is your flip pieces and which ones are your normal pieces. Because you will be putting a 1 and a 2 together and a 1 and a 2 together to make your mated pair. So once you get your pattern cut out, or sorry, I should say pattern drawn, we need to get to the other parts. At this point, we're only using piece 1, 2, and 3. Like I said, piece 4 is put away, and I'll show you the secrets of when we get to that later. Also, I'll be putting in a full description of all the pieces that we need, the parts that we will be using, where you can purchase them. Thank you, whoever just followed. Wandering One. Oh, Wanderer! Thank you, Wanderer, for hosting.
Is this on Twitch?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
My Twitch account's on my Xbox, and I don't know the passwords.
You can follow me at Max Havoc. You can follow Craig, one of the other owners here at Wandering Havoc. He is Wandering One. And you can also follow the store with WH Games. And you can follow us. We do all kinds of stuff.
How many does one mat make?
One mat will make roughly two full axes. My recommendation, and I'll show you this when we get later, is making one battle axe and 2 hand axes, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So that way, if you're doing role play or LARP, it's good to have hand weapons that you can use, and axes.
And I fucked up.
How did you mess up?
I accidentally did 3 that are facing that way.
That's okay. I'll show you how to fix that. So my recommendation
though,
is to
because it's a
pick
lesson.
one and put a new pattern over it.
Okay.
So it's going to be complicated.
Just
Yes.
remember which one it is.
Yep. It's to remember what lines to cut. It happens. The wonderful thing is you haven't cut,
Yeah.
and it's the old adage, measure twice, cut once.
Are they throwable?
Yes. Well, the hand axes are. The battle axe, I wouldn't recommend it because it may not be LARP legal, or I should say boffer legal, and that's something that you need to talk with your actual actual person running the event.
Can I go ahead and trace these then?
Yep, go ahead and trace parts 1, 2, and 3. I love having a parts list, so that way I can just say do 1, 2, and 3. And remember, part 3 you will need 2 of. And part 1 you will need 2 of, so do 2 little...
What about little duty?
Little Duty, put him to the side, because we don't cut him out of this foam. We use a different foam for that.
Oh, do you cover these in duct tape like a lot of weapons I have seen?
No. A duct tape is a level 1 weapon, or technically a level 2 weapon. These are level 3. We'll be using a different substance. In that box, you'll find a spray can, brown spray can. Oh, sorry, that's the correct, gray. Hand that to me.
Do these face the same direction?
Yes, doesn't matter. They just have to be on there.
Okay.
The product that we'll be using is called Plastidip. Plastidip is basically God's gift to making crafts. This is how we will strengthen this up immensely, and I'll show you how to do this later. So, but even without it, this stuff is pretty strong and has no real pain.
So if my daughter goes and beats my husband up, we're okay.
It works perfect for that. This is actually, the way we're building this is actually designed for kids.
Well, you know how much my kid loves it here.
Oh yes, we love kids. It's a very good thing. Kids are awesome. How you guys doing? Got any questions? Yeah, I told you will get ink on you.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just
Yeah, it's a fact of
I'm
life.
left-handed, so it's worse for me.
Ditto. I hear you.
Right-handed people don't have to deal with it as much.
As I throw pieces around.
Oil pastels and chalk will enjoy the
Oh yes. If you have actual art training, you'll find that this is very, very good for you when it comes to this stuff.
Okay. So you said we'll die away.
In Amber, you'll be good to know that none of this is latex.
I kind of figure you would let me do it.
What do you mean? I may let you do it anyways and enjoy the side effects.
I don't believe you.
So one of the things that once you get it drawn is you'll need your little ruler and you want to square your lines. What that means is you want to find your lines and you just want to make sure that you got them straight so that everything balances out. Specifically, you're looking at the axe head to make sure that all your lines line up between the two pieces and that you have good cuts.
I'm watching you.
No problem. So also, if you're going to do crafting on a regular basis, must have metal ruler. No escaping metal rulers. Because you cannot work in foam without a metal ruler. It just does not happen. You can, but the first time you do a cut with your X-Acto knife, you are going to cut into your ruler instead of the foam, and that gets very, very sad. Okay, how are you guys doing over there? Got all your parts drawn, twist?
I'm just waiting.
Yeah. So Amber, on yours, On the off-cut parts, the pieces that you're not going to cut, go through and put little X's through them. Not big X's, little X's. No, on the actual line. Yeah, I should have given you another ruler over there.
It was fun.
I gave
What do you give me to?
I gave you 2. Amber stole it. Yeah. So, yeah. So on the actual, and what you're doing is you're marking the pieces that you're going to cut. Yeah. So yeah, right on the line, so you know what you're cutting. So quick thing on cutting. When you cut, you want to make sure you hold your blade up and down. You don't want it to be at an angle either way, because that does bad things. Specifically, it removes material that you'll have to sand away before.
Can you hold it up there one more time so she can see Amber?
Yeah, I'll be going to each of the classes. So you want to just make sure that you have good, clean cuts.
Yeah.
So most people try to cut at an angle sideways. You need to make sure you hold the knife straight up and down. You don't want to go up and down like this because it minimizes your cutting edge.
Yeah.
You want to try to use as much of the blade as possible when you're cutting. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting out some of these pieces. And if you have a good sharp knife, it will cut relatively easy. If you're not ambidextrous, you should wish to be, because some of these cuts are easier when you're ambidextrous.
Break your dominant wrist, you learn to be.
Don't recommend that.
Oh, I've been there. Twice. Fractures twice.
So, and you see that sometimes it's best to make 2 or 3 cuts instead of one big deep cut. Especially when you have a table that's underneath you that you want to try to save. Pro tip, by the way, don't do this on your mother's best kitchen counter or table. They do not take crafting lightly when you leave big indentions and cuts into their wonderful, wonderful ware. And you can see that I cut a little deep into this, but this table is specifically for this type of project, and I'm going to be resurfacing it in an upcoming class here anyways on how to make a craft table.
That's cool.
And you saw I just waved right there on that cut, so I'm going to have to deal with that later because I'm rushing. And that is the first mistake that everybody makes, is they rush. This is where you want to take the time. The more you can do here, the easier it'll be in the long run. That's going to cost me. I cut right into my own blade. That was a newbie mistake if I ever made one.
You do? Say it isn't so.
Say it isn't so.
I see.
I cut into my axe. And that's okay. I will craft that out later. So the purpose of this class is to learn how to do what is called an inside cut, which is what I'm doing right now. And then also learn how to do outside cuts. Which is the big cut out here. Actually, I'm going to make this a little easier for me.
Keep it on the camera.
And I'm going to set this out here for now. Did I only draw one buck?
Uh-huh.
Oh well, I'll fix that in a second. That's what happens when you rush. How you guys doing over there?
Good.
You at the point where you want to start cutting, Amber? Okay.
At
So
some point I want to start looking at costumes on this.
Well,
Yes.
it's funny you should ask. I'm going to be building a dwarven paladin as my cosplay costume that I'm building, and you can't do a dwarf anything without battle axes. You just can't do it now.
Who you found that out?
Hmm? So you started off with a doing a battle axe.
And then you do a tankard of mead.
Yes.
What's the point of being a dwarf? You're not drinking mead.
Absolutely.
Or
That's
an
why.
elf.
Or an elf.
Or a hobbit.
Mead
Right.
goes with anything.
Great.
It's an adventurer's drink.
Okay.
So you are at the point that you want to try to start cutting. Okay, my recommendation is to learn to cut. Don't start with the axe heads. Sorry, so you start that. Start with the little squares. Yeah. Does that not have a blade?
No.
Oh.
I'm just reminding you that
Yeah.
I've done a lot of woodworking and
Yes.
metalworking, so.
So the reason that I say start with the square ones, Amber, put the blade out farther. Yeah, you want a good 2 inches in the blade. So, yep. These are razors. Remember, they're razors.
But won't you lose control
No,
over
you gain control by doing that.
Really?
Do you hold yours like this?
I try not to.
Too? Okay.
And the reason being is it hides the blade. That and it puts your finger very close to a very sharp object. So what I do is I tend to hold the blade in a gentle script and towards the back of the blade.
You hold it back here.
Okay. It's
Okay.
the other thing is you want to cut with your arm, not your wrist.
So I
So-
always have a finger out. That would be okay. So I always have a
Yes.
finger out for
If
more
you
control.
want to do the finger thing, let me find some of my scrap material and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me get the piece I'm cutting on.
I just find I personally have more control
Keep it
when I
under the
have it.
camera.
Yeah. So when you're cutting, you want to drag the arm. So you're letting the arm, you're not doing this where you're using the wrist to cut
Yeah.
because it starts cutting very shallow and uneven. So you want to just drag it through and you move the whole body and you get a cleaner cut. Okay? So you want to and the reason you start with the beginning with the squares is to get used to cutting because each knife cuts different. Even though these are exact same knives about at the same time. So and the other thing is you want to make sure that the blade is up, straight up and down. So you don't want to, because if you cut at an angle, which we will later, when you cut it, it leaves a bevel cut. So, and then you either have to try to figure out how to shave that off, or you have to sand that down, and it loses a lot of material, especially if your line is here. So now your whole project has shrunk by 1/4 inch.
Next question.
Yes.
Are we following down the center of our trace line, the outside of the trace line, or the inside of the trace line?
The inside is the technical, but I always cut what's called heavy.
Okay.
So I add a little extra,
Sand, yeah.
so we sand down to the cut.
Okay.
How you doing today?
Good. Oh,
So, and on an outside cut, you want to cut slow and gentle. And don't be afraid to do 2 cuts. I think I cut that one already, didn't I? I didn't go all the way through. So, and if you have long cuts like this and they're semi-straight, you can always use the ruler to make you a nice clean straight cut. But this triangle's a little off, so I'm not gonna be able to do that. How you guys doing?
Bueno.
Bueno!
Any questions?
Ah, didn't get that one deep enough. In my case, not at all.
That would definitely not be deep enough.
Yep. Da 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 da.
Oh, I got it.
Awesome. That didn't get deep enough. Yeah, that's why I put the tables there, because sometimes it's easier to move the body than it is to move the material. So there's my 2-part ones. Now we're gonna work, before they get lost, let's get my triangles out of there.
Those I don't think are on the camera. Your 2-part ones are not on the camera.
That's fine, I don't want them on camera.
Do you need help with that one you have to redo, or did you figure out which line to do?
She got it.
Okay.
That's why I didn't have to put the X's.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Now make sure you cut the right ones.
Dan,
Yes.
that corner,
Yes.
is that gonna make a big difference?
Nope, because we're gonna be beveling them.
Okay.
So this is what they'll look like when they're finished. So we'll be doing a bevel on them.
Perfect.
Yeah. So and on the, it's not going to matter that much. Most of these things you'll be able to hide with the Plastidip when we get to the Plastidip form.
Oh man, we got the table out here too?
Yep, we're crafting stuff today.
That's what I'm talking about. What are you guys making?
Battle axes.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah.
How they coming out?
Pretty good so far.
Looking pretty medieval.
They will when they're done. This is one side of the axe.
I like it.
Yeah.
Nice design.
Yeah. Thank you.
Probably do a lot better job than I would. Looks a little bit
Well,
difficult.
that's why he's teaching the class right now. And he has it on Twitch
There you go.
and YouTube.
You'd be surprised how many things I've learned off of YouTube. Some beautiful things.
Oh, yes.
Great teaching medium.
Learned what not to do on YouTube.
No, absolutely.
I'm learning how to do pneumatic wings.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty much how I fix my car. Every time it breaks down, I just type in the issue.
What?
I got my squares and triangles out.
Cool.
Those are good. You guys have yourself a good day.
You too.
Remember to take your time. Don't rush.
Yep.
The only reason why Dan's doing it so fast is he's done it before. No,
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Amber, it's for this.
So once you get everything cut out, that's when the mess really starts.
And the fun begins.
How you guys doing? Got any questions? Have you guys ruled the world yet? I mean,
Taking over Denny's.
sharpen this soon. It's starting to get a little. It's still pretty sharp, but. How you guys doing over there?
I
Wood.
messed up a little bit.
Did you cut in or cut out?
Cut in a little bit. But very, very, very minimal.
That's fine. Probably should be doing this on one of the plastic tables instead of this one table, but
Remember to keep it on camera. You're sliding over. There you go.
ah!
As long as you stay towards the That's better.
And then
Cool.
Getting there. It's awesome.
Also, when you're done cutting the blade, make sure you retract the blade.
yeah.
That's right. I need to make another. Oh, where's my? Come on, go up your babies, go up the detail boys. Need a scrap back because I forgot to do. No, I didn't. I thought I did. It just fell on the floor. It ran away. So once you guys are get to a comfortable spot, AKA got all your parts cut out, start cleaning up. You want to save a piece or two that are like yay big,
Show that under the camera.
about yay big,
Perfect.
because you will need to make a custom piece as you go. It's roughly 1 inch square. And it changes based upon the size of the pipe that you use. So once you get everything cut out, let me know. And we will go to the next part. So you should have 2 part 1s, 2 part 2s, 2 and 2. You guys need any help with anything? You good? Cut deeper, Amber.
Had been. Didn't get it that deep on that spot.
You can follow me on Max Havoc 2 on Gmail. I have links below if you guys want to.
smart on yours.
Hmm?
You're smart on yours. How do I do it?
Yeah, well, it didn't broadcast it. I'm doing it, so that's
That's what I'm saying. So how do
why.
I
Don't
do
worry about
it?
it. There's nothing to do now.
What's that?
Nothing. I was talking to your mom.
So I can type. Go to.
These are too big.
Go to.
What? The link that I sent you on Facebook.
I'm trying to type it by hand.
Twitch.tv /Max Havoc. If you guys have little imperfections on the edges, don't worry about them. We'll sand them.
Oh, yeah, we're good because this one it went out. It went cut out.
Yeah, see, I got some more. By the way, this hurts the back. If people don't know, because you're always doing this, and yeah, so you'll feel it in your back.
So we should do group stretches.
Group stretches. Yes.
What's next?
And one of the reasons that I chose the axe is because it has some difficult cuts, but they're not stupid difficult.
Are you saying what I want to do with that stack is going to be stupid difficult?
Yes.
Because I'm a masochist apparently.
Oh, it's okay. It's yeah.
It's going to be so much fun.
It's and I'll show you how to do that. Yeah, Amber, make sure you got all the parts underneath it out because it's gonna bevel your cuts. So yeah, so when you do a cut, you want to make sure that it's flat as possible.
Yeah.
Because if it's like this, your cut's gonna be either in or out.
Did I understand my message? There are questions feel free to ask.
Yep.
Dream is this next class. Dream it. Or do it after class. Just keep it on camera.
Well, I'm gonna put it up on YouTube too. I'm just grumpy at Twitch because it's not
cooperating.
cooperating. Coming nice. Looking good.
It's funny because they look light on the table.
Yeah. A lot of cutting, huh? Not really.
No worse than that costume we did.
Wait till you have to do a thing of scale mail that has 312 little scales.
I'm good. I put in some patterns like that on people's tutorials.
Yeah.
Jose, no.
I'm dedicated, but I'm not that dedicated. If I'm doing that, I'm doing it as a commission bill for somebody because I'm too damn lazy to do that for myself. If you guys have any questions on your builds, on things that you want to do personally and that type of stuff, feel free to ask. I will help to the best of my abilities. Hey, sun's coming out. I like sun. I know I'm a vampire in my day job. I don't actually have a day job, it's a night job. But I think you missed a cut.
I haven't got there yet. I was just making sure that that went all the way through
Yeah.
before I went to the next one.
You got all your parts, Amber?
Yep.
Okay, so set the big piece of foam to the side for a second and spend a minute to clean up. Make sure you have all your parts.
Is a piece about that big?
Sure, that'll work perfect.
Just in the garbage?
Yep, garbage right there. It's probably just talking to your mom. So,
Yeah.
when you start doing this for a while, you get much faster. Trust me. So, but also the key to the game is don't rush.
And also, instead of fractions when it comes to cutting.
It's
And there's
well,
nothing-
that's a good thing. It's the more care that you take in cutting, the less sanding you have to do later. And sanding equals mess and evil.
Part of that comes from doing the wood shop and woodworking.
Oh, yes.
Those skills will immensely help you. Click on that. Yeah. That's live. That's actual recording.
Okay. So now what do I do?
So now just click on that again. Just once. There you go. This is delayed.
It was entertaining.
Well, it's that way on purpose. So when you're broadcasting, hey, did I miss a cut? No, I got it right. Oh yeah, I did miss a cut. Ooh, I'm gonna have to cover on that one.
Yeah, but you can let it be seen so you can say what are you doing when that
I am.
happens.
Okay, and mine aren't that grading.
It's
Okay.
your first time.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a lot of sanding to do. These actually came out pretty good. Let me clean up that little piece in there.
You're off camera.
I know, I'm doing close cuts. So, up right there.
Remember how I said I was left-handed?
Yes.
Notice everything else I was doing right-handed?
Yeah. I do the same thing. Some pieces I cut left, some people.
I can't use scissors right-handed. I can't hit right-handed. I can't catch. I can throw right-handed, but I can't throw left-handed. I can't shoot left-handed. The only thing I do left-handed is color and draw. And well, right draw. I can color and paint both hands.
She's ambidextrous, and I used to lovingly tease her that she's ambidextrous.
So let me know when you guys are done with that, and I will show you your next pro tip.
Can I go get something to drink real quick?
No. Only if you bring me back a water.
But you have your tea right there.
Yes, I need water. Tea is syrupy. It's, and I don't want to go into a coughing fit.
cupping fit, but what I heard was coffee fit.
Well, that would be me.
That is a required thing as well.
You're doing it at the angle, that's part of why it's not cutting all the way through, is what I'm seeing. See, I'm not you in it, so I can see what's going on. See, that's better now.
Well, I'm also not pushing all the way down either.
Yeah.
I'm intentionally doing a second cut.
Yeah. The second cuts quite commonly will either greatly improve the first cut or greatly reduce the first cut.
I think you're doing great personally, but
Oh yeah.
I was trying to catch
You have
the,
way more patience than I do.
which is why he has no thumb. No,
That's why I have no patience.
no, I'm saying you have no thumbs
His thumbs? I not blow them off yet.
yet. Let's keep it that way.
That's me on the fourth.
Yeah.
Why didn't it go off? Let me go check.
Because you're doing it at a sideways angle,
No, she's fine.
and that is the.
Yeah. She's doing 2 passes to do it.
No, I know she's doing.
Yeah.
She's awesome. It's just if I did that, it would not look pretty at all. She's awesome. I'm talking good about you.
When we start going into the more advanced classes and using some of the other tools. That being said, if you guys have a belt sander at home, it will speed up your sanding by 10,000%.
Not at home, but I have access to one in Renton.
Renton is a bit of a drive.
I grew up in Kent, so
Yeah.
Renton's not that big of a deal. Go down there, spend a day at my friend's parents' house while there's two bar. Go to my best friend's house at dinner.
Yeah. For some of the other classes that we'll be doing in the back half of the store, I'll be bringing my belt sander in so we can speed up sanding. So, through the course of the day, you will use your blade. It will become dull and smooth. Rather than throw these blades away, you can get almost indefinite use out of them with a good old sandpaper. Has to be 1,000 or higher grit. So, and basically what you do is you get the sandpaper and you use it just like you do with a regular sharpening stone. I'm trying to get a proper angle. I don't know if I'll be able to do this on camera. But you basically just sharpen the knife like you would normally. Yeah, I won't be able to.
There you go, you're on it.
And you want to keep a decent, very shallow angle. And what it's doing is it's actually greatly sharpening, so it's now as good as new. And these blades will last. I've used one as long as like 3 years doing this, not having to replace the blade. So for a $10 investment, I get the 1200 because it seems to work better for me. But this is your pro tip that not a lot of people know about and or share. But it greatly increases the life expectancy of your blades. So at this point, if you guys want to hand me your blades, I will sharpen them for you.
Yeah, want to get in the car? Yeah.
I don't know if you guys out in camera land can see what I'm doing,
Yes.
but basically what I'm doing, those of you that know how to sharpen a knife, basically what I'm doing is honing the blade. And it only takes like 3 or 4 swipes either way. Ta-da! No problem. So next part we do is you want to find what are called mated pairs. You want to take your number 2s and your number 1s, and you want to put one of, so like the 1's down and the 2's up, or the 2's down or 1's up, and you want to find the 2 that fit the best. So you want to match 1, 1, you want to match a 1 and a 2 with each other. Does that make any sense? Yeah. So, and what you're doing is you're trying to find the ones that match, that have to do the least amount of sanding and cutting. So, and you want to put the bumpy stuff together, which we're going to take care of the bumpy stuff here in a second. So once you get them together in your little corner that you've been writing, you want to make sure that you put an A, flip it over and do an A, side to the side, and go B. And you'll notice that all my writing is in the same general area. And you go B. Don't worry about if they're matching up. They don't have to be perfect.
Which would you choose out of these?
Yeah. You didn't mark any of these 1s and 2s.
Yeah, I did.
1, 1, 2, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put the 2s together and the 1s together. So you go 1, 2, and the reason that you flip them is because your tops won't match up. So you're going to have to do some trimming, but there's a pair. You didn't flip one.
Yeah, I did. I fixed all of them. You just have one upside down.
Let me spend a quick second and I'll fix this up a little bit for you. How's that?
Thank you.
You didn't do anything wrong. It's just you're going to
It's a learning experience.
more sanding.
So by taking the knife across one side, you can make it level with the other?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So that's always good to know that it might be a little smaller than you intended, but at least it'll be even.
Well, that's
And sanding
why,
will help too, won't
yeah.
it?
Yes, sanding will cover up some of this.
Should I go ahead and trim?
Yes. So there's 2 ways to do it. You can use your pin, you can use your pin and mark, or you can just hack. If you're removing more than a 1/4 inch, you may want to just hack. Is that the Brian truck?
No, it's a there's
Trailer home.
a huge trailer home just pulled into the back.
Yeah, they do that.
You stared at me funny.
So when you do these type of cuts, your blade dulls quick. When you're doing the big long cuts, the blade lasts longer.
I like the setup you have out here.
Thank you. It works well for teaching.
I messed up with dancing. Never done this before.
It's a learning experience. It's not, it's,
For home and making weapons, you'd think it would be pretty easy, but it's not.
yeah.
I'm sending my stuff up to the house or my cat after this. Except about the games. What were the ones you wanted me to make? And it was a Marvel Munchkin. Or are you working today?
Yeah.
Because like you can run up, so you can run up with us and take a look and when you run all down.
You want.
It's just
You guys don't even need to do that. We have board games.
well, Marvel Munchkin's on the shelf, and I'm really gonna play it.
Yeah,
That's one it's brand new in the store, so I play it tonight.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring Offer Drill back. I think that'd be hilarious.
For the store, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, when he decides to go run up, I'll go with him.
I we went to bed like 2:30. I went to that. I sleep at 6 and feel like since then.
Don't you hate when that happens?
I'm just used to not sleep.
I don't mind not sleeping, but my kid wasn't there with me tonight, or
Yeah,
last night
'cause
'cause she was at Grandpa's. So they went fishing this morning for opening.
Nice,
Opening
yeah.
of the
It's
season.
opening season.
She landed rainbow trout this afternoon, or this morning.
Somebody gets good dinner.
Oh, there. Papa brought me all 3 that they caught. One was hers, and I already cleaned them this morning and put them in the freezer. And yes, I clean my own fish. Yeah, I'm not scared of
It's okay. I don't.
it. I'll clean fish all day long. Doesn't bother me. I won't clean and dress deer though. Just a little bit too much blood. But I'll eat it. I'll clean and dress rabbit. That was I like rabbit. There's just not enough meat on it for me. Depends on the breeder.
That's why you eat 2 or 3.
I like frog legs. Yeah. Frog legs are good.
I have never been camping or
Really?
fishing
You are
or hunting.
so going fishing with us this summer.
I'm
Yeah.
stealing you the next time I go camping, Chris.
my family never did outdoorsy things.
You'll either love it
I was
or hate it.
conditioned to be an inside person.
You will either love it or hate it.
Okay. So, Amber,
You can't.
you need to mark one of these A and one of these B. No, I'm not tossing. You need to come over here and get them.
Tossing is a bad
Will
idea.
you check these, please?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you guys know what I'm doing. The best thing to do, this edge should be as clean as possible.
Yes.
So I line it up on that edge. See, these are pretty good.
A couple of them are beveled.
Yeah, the bevel is okay. That's one of the reasons that I chose the axe pattern, is because it's pretty forgiving. These are pretty. That one's pretty good. Okay, this inside edge, you may want to trim.
Okay.
Do you want me
That's
to
what
do
I was
that?
trying to do, and I couldn't.
Do you want me to, or do you?
I would like you to do it so I can actually,
Okay.
because I was trying to do it, and I was like, I'm going to cut a finger off.
It's hard. It's hard when you get to the end inside.
It is.
So when you do these type of cuts, it's best just to spend 30 seconds and hone the blade real quick. Okay, so what I'm referring to is there's a slight miscurve, and it happens. I'll show you mine. Mine are horrible.
I was watching. It's true.
Yeah. So you have a slight, so you try to line it up as best you can. And like I said, this is the edge that has to be true. So you have a little bit of an offcut there. So you start by just lightly shaving, and you want it to match. So you, cutting too deep, I apologize, and I'm beveling. I may have just messed this up, but it's okay. We'll cover
I
this.
blame you, Pikachu.
Like me too, Pikachu. Yeah, I cut this a little too deep right there. See, this is the hardest cut in this whole thing is right there.
It's on the inner
But
side.
I'll show you the cheat way to cheat.
At some point, if there's a little nick, just sand. Sanding is your best friend.
So
Grab
what we're
a
doing.
sandpaper.
Oh yes. Ta-da. So this is for you. This is for you, Amber. So,
Snap those
yeah,
two?
yeah. So, and what you're going to do is there's a couple things you want to do. The first thing is each of the, when you get a chance, your order is your choice. The back side, you're going to want it. You will need to be sanded, and it doesn't take much. And that's where I normally start, but it's up to you to start where you want. So when you're, yeah, it heats and it eats quick. So you don't have to remove a lot of material with this stuff. We just want to get it started. Like I said, this is 80 grit, so it's going to remove quick. So, and for this is just removing large pieces of material and roughing up. We're going to switch quickly into another sandpaper. It's also easier to work with.
You said the inside doesn't have to be smooth, just
It has to be rough. We're going to smooth it in a second, and it's going to enable for the glue to stick better in a minute. Because one of the first things we got to do is glue. Because then once you glue it, it's locked together, and then you can actually start your shaping process. Yes, Wanderer. Wanderer says it's better to tempt to, what did he say? I want to make sure I get it. Temper the blade in the blood of your enemies.
Yes.
You know, I'd almost be surprised if we didn't pull cards of the approximate value of the
So when do we apply the realistic blood splatter?
Last.
oh, those are my best friends.
Unless there is a spider.
Yes, then now.
It's nice to be able to. Cool. Marvin said he can take me home.
I figured you would.
Yes, but I don't assume. I don't assume that of you. I don't assume it of them. Anybody. Ow, my foot.
So, one of the things that you guys will get next is,
Sorry, my leg cramped up and there's something on the ground.
yeah, just leave it alone. It's fine. I know it's there. Are sanding blocks. You'll get a fine one, which is labeled F, and a medium one, which is labeled M. You'll start with the medium and go to fine, obviously. You always go to the higher grid. So you start with the lowest grid, go up to the higher grid. So here's one set for you.
Thank you.
One set for you. Did I forget to get a set for me? Oh wait, there's my set. So like I said, M and F for medium and fine.
Start with medium.
Start with the medium. You're not going to get all the texture out, by the way. You can try, but you don't really need to. You just want it to feel smooth to the touch. Because the next step we're going to do involves glue. How you guys doing?
You're starting on the video?
What?
You're starting the video?
Yep. And with the fine, you'll just lightly hit them.
Okay.
So the fine we will use a lot later, mostly. I just wanted to get them out there so you guys had them in your in your equipment list. And once again, you can buy these foam blocks at your local hardware store. They sell them in packs of 3 for like $5. Or if you are lucky enough to be close to a Harbor Freight, you can get one at a Harbor Freight. I think I paid $5 for 12 or 6, something like that. And when you're dealing with sandpaper and that type of stuff, there's not a big difference.
Did you mention to keep it outside or well ventilated? Because of the outfit?
Yeah. No throwing stuff on the ground.
I got a tat. There's a difference.
No.
Yes.
This is the fun part. You will get icky.
No, it's the
Yeah,
pain
you
part
can
for
do
her
it.
wrist.
I just look like I pulled out of a mine shaft.
Well, then it's being more of a realistic dwarven.
So, by the way, if you have access to a belt sander, we'd be done with all of these by now.
Done.
Yeah. So it's having access to a belt sander or even one of those palm reciprocal sanders
Oh, yeah.
speeds this up immensely.
Or Dremel.
Yes. Well, the Dremel we will use for adding another layer of texture here for those that want to add it.
Keep it this way because you're.
Dremels are still multifunctional.
They are required in crafting. I will tell you that now.
That is my next investment.
Harbor Freight is your best friend.
Harbor Freight.
is your best friend.
Oh, we were talking about that last night.
Yeah.
Well, getting the mat too. I mean,
I told my husband about the cost difference just from what we were talking about, and I'm like, yeah, I think we'll be going down there.
Yeah.
and if you join up with them,
Hmm?
every time you go there, if you sign up for their email list, they give you coupons.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you get a 20% coupon about once a quarter, and every time they send it out, you get a free, either a free flashlight, free pair of scissors, or a free
Measuring tape.
measuring tape, or free tarps.
Yeah.
All things that you will need.
Yes.
And if you go there enough to make a difference, if you pay like $60 a year.
$29 a year.
Oh no, they said $29 a
Yep.
year. Sorry. Then they will have all your coupons. So any coupon that applies to you will automatically go on, so you don't have to bring them in and look it on the internet and stuff. But if you just go onesie twosies, it's not really worth it. But you're still getting a discount.
Nice.
Okay, so how are you guys doing with the backs? Are they smooth to the touch?
Yep.
Let me see yours, Amber.
I'm still on the.
Yeah. Just checking to make sure.
It still doesn't have that look to it.
It's always going to have that look. Don't try to sand the look away. You can, but we will be seeing you next month.
This is where I wish I had an air hose.
Yes, I almost brought my air tank. And here comes our train.
By the speed of that, I think that's a Amtrak.
Yeah,
It's way too quick.
Or the conductor has to use the bathroom.
Huh?
Or the conductor has to use the
Is
bathroom.
it a coal train?
Yeah,
It went through fast then.
it's still going.
It's just quieter.
Yeah. I was going over the train tracks up there in Arlington, towards like elementary. And as I'm going across, there was no flashing lights. All of a sudden, just ding, 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 the arm starts coming up. Done it. And it was one of the Amtrak Cascadians. I was like, wow.
Quick thing on rubber cement. No sniffing it, please.
Oh, you can't eat it?
No. No eating, no sniffing, no smelling, no. What does it taste like?
Unless you want to live in the emergency room.
No, mixing rubber cement with almost blueprint. Quite a fun texture.
It does.
It's like a
Snot.
yeah, kind of like snot or like that old stuff like from the 90s, the yak.
Oh, yes.
Add some food coloring, homemade yak.
So I'm jumping ahead of you guys a little bit because this takes a bit.
Do we sand down our little pieces too?
Sand down the back of all of the pieces.
Okay.
I'm gonna go inside for a couple minutes.
You may want to.
I need to.
When you guys use this rubber cement, make sure you are in a well-ventilated area. If not, you will be enjoying the different colors of life in psychedelic and killing brain cells. Not so fun.
I can't kill more than I did in early 20s.
Yeah.
College was fun, I'll tell you that.
How's it going?
Not too bad. I'm trying to figure out if you're making battlements or armor.
Armor. Right, battle axes to be exact.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But that's what this class is to teach how to make foam weapons and armor.
Nice.
And we're starting with battle axes because it's a great way to
Are you a
teach.
firm believer in putting?
Asgard, I think is what it's called.
That is one of them, yes.
I'm part of the Mandalorian
My
merc,
brother
so
used
to-
we make the guns and stuff.
Yes.
Are you a firm believer in putting like pipe or something in the middle to help stabilize some of them?
Nope.
Really?
And the reason being is they're used in combat, in boffer wars and stuff.
Yeah.
If you put a stabilizer in the center, it makes the weapon hit too hard. It makes it illegal.
Illegal, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
do,
if-
I do
yeah.
show quality, unfortunately.
Yeah. If you're doing show quality, the foam is used a lot for weapons, but you put a stabilizer in the middle. I actually will use, depending on what I'm doing, I should say, I will use hot glue.
Hot? Oh, that's a good way of doing it.
It's because you can heat it up and it bonds with the foam, and it's still flexible that it needs to be, so it will flex with the weapon and without cracking and peeling away.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Do you do box knife or heat knife for Ava?
I do box knife. The reason being is that the heat knife, unless you have a really good one that has a high end a lot of temp, it just doesn't cut the EVA foam smooth, which is really what you need when you're doing EVA foam. Admittedly, you sand the edges and it doesn't really matter, but the cleaner your cuts, the less sanding you do.
Yeah, unless you have to clean them.
Yeah.
So follow-up question, where do you get your foam? I just got back from the States, so I haven't been able to.
Two places. You can go to any of the big box stores,
Okay.
like Harbor, Lowe's, Home Depot, and it's going to be 4-pack right here for $20.
Okay.
Or you can go to Harbor Freight and you get the same 4-pack for $10.
Yeah, I like Harbor Freight.
Yeah, for stuff along this line, Harbor Freight is the place to go.
Awesome. Well, thanks very much. I appreciate
No
it.
problem. So I'm jumping ahead of you guys, so I can give you in pointers while this is doing what it's doing.
Michael's enlisted the help of Chris and Tyler to fix his EVH jack. It's his control EVH.
Those are the people to do.
We got our butts handed to us last night.
I know. Some of the people are
I
so
honestly
competitive.
don't think one of the parts that I think you know what I'm talking about was being played properly because the card Texas player, not a player, not target players, player,
Yeah.
all players. So I want to find out what was being ran with that to allow them to.
Call it. You can always ask for a judge. There's a
Well,
reason.
it was
yeah.
so late last night. It was our last round. We're just kind of like,
At that point, who cares?
I'm just like,
I'm tired. I want to go home.
we spent this morning, or I spent this morning on TCG and asking tons of questions to find out what combos can negate that card. So now that we know, they're going to be sideboarded. Unless that deck is not going to be allowed to be played here anymore.
Well, there's some combination. There's some players. I'm not going to mention names.
Neither did I.
That
It
their
wasn't a fun
deck
game.
is just not fun to play against.
No, we
and-
conceded. We're
Yeah.
like, we're done.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
that's
having fun. I'm getting angry.
Yep.
It's,
I don't like the I will play Magic and you will watch me decks. They're just not fun.
I mean, my angel deck can be a pain in the butt, but there's always a way to negate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
It
make sure
smells like
I don't
glue.
put things out there that make it super.
Really?
Oh,
Maybe it's
God.
because we're gluing?
Hey, we don't snort glue around here.
I just gave that warning. No snorting the glue.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Didn't
Making
say I
sure.
couldn't snort the phone. Don't do that
I
either.
did in the beginning.
But I'm
Oh,
gonna.
I but I have my pile here. So do I.
What am I doing?
Don't touch the glue. Side note. Pro tip, don't touch the glue.
Don't glue your hands together, Dan Dan.
This glue is a lot harder to glue your hands together.
Anyone know how the Pro Tour started off?
I did not watch it.
I'll have to check tonight.
I did this thing called sleep.
Yeah, what's that?
It's that random time that happens between blinks. How you guys doing over there?
I'm sanding more of my skin off than I am.
Don't go too ballistic on the sanding. It's good to sand, don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, this is the right tackiness. What hurt? No hurt.
My nose piercing. I wiped my nose and the tube put it out. I put it back in.
Well,
I'm actually thinking of getting a hoop that goes all the way around so I don't have to worry about knocking it out all the time.
yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom here a bit.
I'll be right here.
I'll be still
that hurt.
so I can smell that over here.
Oh yes.
But because I don't do LARP, I do cosplay, I'd probably use hot glue.
Yes. If hot glue works well, I'm planning on actually taking this all the way to the replica level.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little too sticky yet. With super glue, you know you gotta let it. I mean, with rubber cement, you gotta let it tack. So you gotta let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes before you can start
Unless
doing
you're
things.
doing it on paper.
Yes.
I think these are good.
Yeah, those are plenty good.
This one I kind of went a little,
It happens.
but it's not really this one. Finally got my, well, my promo Avison foil, the day cards went on sale. Instead of staring at yours,
I sold mine.
I figured you would.
Yeah,
We already talked
I
about it.
more exactly, I traded it. I got some really good because I'm trying to build a full play set of shadows.
Oh, nice.
So I traded it for a bunch of cards
Oh, cool.
to help. A lot of the rares that I just didn't get, and I didn't want to buy 12 packs every day for the next year to get them.
What did I trade for her? I traded a Westville Abbey, a normal Avison, and a Get Rock Monster.
Yeah.
Because that card was going to be mine, and I made sure I had like $80 on my account here.
Yep.
Now you guys are stuck with me.
I like having people in my store.
Well, that's good.
Okay,
Not
so
good if you're not a people person.
you're gonna do hot glue.
I am.
Okay. So when you do hot glue, you have to do small sections at a time and move across the piece. If you do the whole piece, it'll cool faster than you can stick it. Make sense?
So, glue.
Yeah.
Push down. Glue. Push down.
You walk it across the
Yep.
piece. So right now, the only pieces we're gluing actually are the axe
Grab
blades.
that. I was just grabbing
Yeah.
that because it was there.
Yeah, it was there. So yeah, I get it.
Okay.
So this is more for the camera people too. This wasn't quite as tacky as I had wanted it to be, so I have to add a little more pressure. How are we doing? Oh,
And this is exactly what I have. Well,
Yeah.
different color, but exactly what I have at home.
yeah.
Do you want me to go ahead and open this?
Yep, go ahead and open it. Use your scissors to open it.
Can't use my teeth.
What?
Can't use my teeth.
If you really want to use your teeth, they're your teeth, not mine.
My dentist would hate me.
Yeah. And there is here, power strip. I should probably get you the glue sticks, huh?
Oh, I saw them.
Well, the little mini ones don't work. I got the wrong size. So I had to-
Oh,
Yeah, which annoys me.
these are.
No, they take the full size. The little mini ones don't fit. I tried using them last night. I was very disappointed and annoyed at an annoyance level.
Huh.
did not fit yesterday.
Did you use a different one that was maybe a bit bigger?
I used 2 or 3 of the minis yesterday and they did not fit. If it fits in there today, I am going to die of laughter.
Please don't die. You
Could be an open corner somewhere.
Kind of like it here.
I do too. See, and then when you go, see, it doesn't slide. It doesn't grab.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like mine at home that once it gets going, it does okay.
Yeah, because I couldn't get it. You're welcome to try it.
I will be a guinea pig.
Yeah.
And a piece of foam that I might have wiped it away at the bottom. See,
It happens. No, I'll get it.
it yanked the piercing out of my face.
Our ship's over there.
Yep. In the center.
I'll
We
try
will
and
plug you there, and you will move.
And then he's coming up on one
Huh? Yeah, I gotta go. Apply pressure.
side. So what do I do now?
You will probably be hot gluing.
Okay.
Right after I apply pressure. Must apply pressure.
At least it's moving now.
It's a relatively fresh piercing. So it wasn't moving at all. And it's got yanked out of my face.
There you go. Apply pressure.
Yay.
And I broke my safety rule and did not close my blade. Shame on Dan Dan. Okay, while yeah, let's heat that up and get that started, and then we'll go to the next step. How you guys doing? Do you need a break or anything? This isn't really hard, difficult work.
Come on, if I can spend 8 hours brushing out yarn to make a cattail for a Nico girl cosplay,
Yes.
this is nothing. Because after you brush out the yarn, you have to flat iron it. And then sew it all on. Freaking tail took me 2 months.
I believe it too. See, and that's why I don't do those type of cosplays, because I'm too farkin' lazy.
You can tell where I just said screw it.
Yeah.
The first 2 feet of it looked great, and then the last 1.5 foot of it,
Yeah,
the
you
yarn
just
started
don't
getting
care
smaller and
anymore.
smaller and more choppy looking. So I eventually got to go through it.
See, I'm the weird guy that if it's a commission piece that I'm doing, I have no problems doing it. On my own stuff,
You stop.
I get to a point where I'm just like yeah. And that's just me, I guess. I'm a horrible cosplayer. So that should be able to reach over to your workspace.
I was waiting
yeah.
to
See if it works.
Well, it's still
Yeah.
heating.
Yeah. And I have enough extension so that we can probably reach China from here. See, I was never able to get it to work right last night. See what I mean? So, are you going to be using this for cosplay, or do you have plans to actually try to use it fighting?
Just
Okay, then open up a hot glue gun and we'll see how we can do a hot glue with you. So unfortunately, these wonderful Craft Mart glue guns are right in between proper sizes. So I'm debating on how I want to do this.
I can send my husband up to the house and grab mine and bring it down. original
That's
works great.
It's okay.
Oops, those are not the ones I want. Where's the mini ones?
I'm not even sure if it's worth it to try to carve down a glue stick to use.
Probably not.
Yeah. Do not hurt yourself. You've been warned.
Already did that.
Poor face.
So there should be a little pack of yeah, it's so you may need an extra hand to work foam while you try to glue. Yeah, just run a bead. So, and you want to try to get the edges the most. So, if that's where it's going to seal. You're not supposed to eat it.
Oh no, it was the stuff.
I'm not supposed to eat that either.
Oh, it's a little bit toxic.
You may want to just do a one. These are the horrible glue stick drugs. Not working. Well, I bought the cheaper ones for the class. Yeah.
Don't bring it with me next class. Said I had all intentions of grabbing it. I hadn't thought about it tonight, but I was just beat.
Yeah, I can hear you. I was kind of tired when I got home too. Oh yeah, it was a blast.
We've never done the Friday night.
This one was a little.
And I really,
Yeah.
really,
You played Commander, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I'm
Yeah.
the person who, if I draw cards, I'm keeping it. I'm not sharing.
Yeah.
And after I go through and I find cards, I'm not sharing to you guys. But leave them. Yeah. So I get the cards I really want. Later on.
How you doing, Amber?
Just started. So am I.
Okay. Yeah. It's only on these big pieces that you need to do one piece at a time. Another thing with hot glue is it's a lot more forgiving. You have time to. No burning yourself, by the way. See if there's any more comments out there. And Need more help with the glue? Okay.
I decided just the edges, so I'll only actually need one stick.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to walk all the way through like that. Worst comes to worst, I said starts coming apart.
Once we seal it with the and everything along
Plastic
that
dip?
line with the plastic dip, it won't come apart.
Okay.
So, and then if you do, you can just use the super glue, regular super glue, and it'll yeah.
That's another cost I must.
Yes.
I got the little itty bitty super glues carried in our backpack during Comic-Con.
Yep. I buy those things by the dozens. I go through so much super glue.
I just go to Joanne for a lot of stuff because I always get those 50% off coupons every month
Yep.
in the grocery store. 'Cause
So once you guys get those glued, let me know, and then we're gonna clean up the workspace again, and we're gonna go to more cutting.
okay.
But this time we get to measure and cut.
Do we glue the tiny pieces together?
Nope, only the blades. Because we got to do it in steps. We get to sand and cut and measure lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. There's. So, and the pattern, if you guys want to just do hand axes for throwing and cosplay, the only difference is you do a 2-inch by 18-inch more of the foam. And you literally just go through and you put a 45, then you round it, and then you have a throwing axe that is legal for LARP play. And these things are pretty good.
When I get mad,
Yeah, works well. I didn't say that, mind you.
you know what? I did. I just got confirmation. And we're okay.
Never admit to anything.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say nothing. Yeah, that's good. We can probably plug this and quit.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. Is unplug, just for safety reasons.
Okay.
I'm gonna set these over here for now. Okay. Where'd my pen go? Where's my pen?
I hate it.
I was gonna say that.
Huh?
I was gonna say that.
I shared it. Oh, I hate it.
Okay, so if you put the axe blades to the side and let them dry, I'll unplug your heel. You okay over there?
Yep.
So unpluggity. So you should have these two guys left and these two guys left. So these are the guys we're going to be working with. So you'll need your metal ruler. And if you notice, one side has centimeters, one side has intimeters. So we have inches and centimeters, or intimeters. So we're going to be using the centimeter side because I like to use centimeters. So put the little pointies aside and we'll be using these. And what you want to do is go 1/2 a centimeter. So in between, you go 1/2 centimeter. And we put a little dot
I'm doing it along the edge.
on the top side.
Doesn't matter where on the top side, so I'm asking.
Along the edge. Yeah. You're measuring in a quarter, it's a 1/4 inch or 5 millimeters. All the way around from all edges. And this is going to make our beveling a heck of a lot easier. So we end up with a uniform bevel all the way around. And then We're going to do just like they teach you in school, and we're going to connect the dots. And you want to do this to all the pieces, including the little triangles. So when you're done, you'll end up with something like this. And so people out in cameraland can see this is what we're talking about. You want to do 5 millimeters or half a centimeter all the way around, or a quarter inch, whichever you're more comfortable with. And this gives us our bevel marks. And you want to do that to the two triangle pieces and to the hammer block pieces.
You said a quarter inch, and I was doing 1/8 inch.
Doesn't matter.
I can fix.
It's easy to fix because we haven't cut. Measure twice, cut once. You can hear Trey's voice from inside. It's kind of hilarious. So we also have a Pokemon event going on at Wandering Havocs today, if people are interested. You can find all of the events for Wandering Havoc on wanderinghavok.com. And Facebook, Wandering Havoc.
On no Twitter? You guys don't have a Twitter account?
We do have a Twitter account. Twitter is WH Games is our Twitter.
Look bad for me.
So I should tell you on these, on the triangles, don't worry on the bottom part of the triangle about doing this, the gap. How you doing, Amber?
Not for a measuring correctly. I'll show you when I'm done.
Okay. It doesn't have to be rocket science. So all these are doing is giving us our bevel lines. So you can actually eyeball it if you want to, for whatever is comfortable for you. So when you're done, you'll end up with 2 little boxes like this, and 2 little diamonds like this. Boy, these guys are not level at all. I think I'm not making a Captain America shield today. Which is one of my projects. I will make a Captain America shield. That is on my list of must-dos. Yes. This is the point where you may want to transfer to sitting on the tuchus.
Sorry, little animals on the floor.
You're not killing any animals. The air will blow it away and it's biodegradable. It's 100% biodegradable.
Perfect.
I think.
You hope.
Probably not.
Just tell me that so I'm okay.
Yes, I will tell you that.
At least. Right. Especially when I'm like spray painting outside.
I have a spray paint booth. In my workshop, I have a sawdust containment.
That mom appreciates that.
It's basically because I'm not sanding in the house. Because now comes to the complicated stuff, by the way. If you haven't, well, it's not complicated, it's all really easy. This is where we get to the more, and the reason that I'm using these battle axes is because there's a lot of good training pieces, and Amber, you just threw your other on the ground. Pull your elbow to be exact.
Quarter-inching on the triangles?
That's all you need. The bottom half, don't worry about the line. It's difficult to it takes talent. All you're doing is this.
Oh, from the tip?
Yep, from the tip.
To a quarter-inch.
Yeah. But it'd help if I actually showed you both sides, huh? Instead of the back of one side. Yeah.
My mind is out.
You're at the wrong place. Sarcasm. Yum. These are just guides. So they're
No, you said yum. I'm like, oh, right. Wow.
Yes, Red Robin. Yep. I had them yesterday.
I applied for them yesterday.
Cool. Holy cow! These things almost glow on the camera. It's hilarious.
What was?
These PVC tubing, which is where we're going to next. So once you get those done, we're believe it or not, we're more than 2/3 of the way done. Yeah, it's but we're getting closer and closer to the fun stuff. Okay, so one for you, and if you would be so kind to give that to Amber. And Calista, can you hand me that one? Yeah, that's fine. I just need one. Now you need you will need both your medium and your rough. So these we need to make look like wood.
Medium and fine?
No, medium and rough.
Oh.
Yeah. So rough is last. So you get your medium and you find your writing and you sandpaper it off. Only up and down, not side to side. So
Yeah, but they were on the down.
and this is where you get your workout for the day. So, and it's the hardest part is because you have to remove the lettering.
And it's bright red.
Yeah.
Couldn't you just paint it?
Nope. You have to remove the texture. You have to remove the lettering. You will paint them later,
That's what I'm saying.
but you can't
Not
with.
if you want to add texture.
Yeah.
Got it.
I know what Dan's practice.
It's the texture is actually going to come from the rough sandpaper, and that's how we're going to get our wood grain. Any more red? Red. It comes up pretty easy, just requires a little bit of effort.
Maximum effort.
You're about to have an interviewer. Jay Kent.
We're just talking. So you want to make sure that you sand the entire part with the medium. So in addition to getting off the texture,
I'm gonna sand the whole thing.
sand the whole thing. And the reason being is it allows the paint to stick. And once again, no inhaling or snorting or doing lines with bad, evil stuff that comes off this. If you need help with the sanding, let me know. But I have faith in you guys. How you doing, Amber?
Got that much left.
Perfect.
And, I gotta sand the whole thing, but red, I've got that much left.
Yeah. So when you're done, it will be all nice and yummy looking. And
Alright,
glow. See, all the red is now gone. So you know, we cut this at 2 feet, 24 inches. I forgot to say that. So this is 24 inches from side to side. And this is going to be the handle for the mighty battle axe. So how you guys doing?
Finally gone over the middle.
Okay, so once you get all of the red off, you're going to do 2, 3, 4 strikes down both sides. And all you're going to do, I'll walk you over so you can see, get an idea. All you're doing is leaving a texture.
Yep.
And that's going to be your wood grain later.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, you just want to do 2 or 3. If you're strong enough to do it by holding the whole thing over, go right ahead.
Now it's just
Yeah. So when you want to do 2 or 3 strikes, yeah. And that will give us our wood grain. And guess what? We're done with this piece. You have one piece that is absolutely completed.
what do we do at this point?
Did you do the 2 or 3 strokes down?
Yeah. What I was asking
Yep.
what this was.
Yeah, so with the heavy stuff, see how it leaves the grain? So what you want to do is just go 2 or 3 strokes each way. Yeah, but you don't want to twist it because it looks bad. Somebody's phone just went flop on
That'd
the
be
ground.
mine.
Hope it's okay.
I have insurance.
I hear you. So this will make us our wonderful shaft.
Just thought I'd take a look at what was being made.
Cool. Same stuff you saw me making last night.
I don't think I was here last night.
I thought you were here when I was working on the battle axe last night.
No,
Then you didn't see.
I was here on Thursday, I think.
Oh yeah, I saw you Thursday.
You knew you saw it.
I knew I saw him. So once you get it completed, you're going to take your 2 axe halves. I'm going to find where I did my axe halves.
A and B.
So you're going to get your A and B sides. Okay? See this little nub right here? This is what we're making from your scraps. The reason that there's not a pattern piece for this is because it's based upon the size that you're cutting here. So if you're using a 1-inch tube, you'll do a 1-inch square. So what you do is you put the tube in between the 2 pieces. Okay?
That's not, oh, there it goes.
So,
Just saying it wasn't even showing up for a minute there, but it is
Yeah.
now.
so you put the two pieces in between the two, and you want to measure the gap between. So you get your ruler and you measure. Okay, from here to here is how far. You want to make sure that you're touching, and you measure, and it should be little more than 7/8 of an inch.
It's exactly an inch.
Yours is exactly an inch.
Yeah, so is mine.
So
Oh, that works.
yes. See where mine shows 7/8 of an inch. So you make sure your sides are touching. Yep. And this is why, yeah. So you're just shy of an inch. Yep. So then you take your scrap piece of foam.
Right there.
Okay. Scrap piece of foam.
Okay.
And you measure 1 inch by 7/8 of an inch square. So you make a little block, 1 inch by 7/8 of an inch on your scrap foam. You make 2 of them. Everything we do is in pairs.
Craig's here. Well, Craig and Gina are here. They'll be out here in a minute.
Yep. So if you need help, bring it over and I'll be more than willing to help.
Looking for a bit.
Yeah. So, and you literally go 1 inch.
Sorry, what is this?
This is a class that I'm teaching on making foam weapons.
Oh, for LARPing and stuff?
Yeah.
Yes, for LARPing and
Sorry
cosplay.
if we were.
Oh, no, I just
That's
want to
okay.
make sure it didn't even got up here on the microphone.
Okay.
I don't mind
Yellow one.
questions.
So you're doing a
Again?
class,
Wow,
you're
there's
doing a
two.
class next month too?
This class will continue possibly next weekend, depending on how far we make it today.
That makes sense.
Oh, it's in there. Wait, what?
So when you're done, you'll end up with 2 little foam squares. Ta-da! And guess what you get to do with these guys?
Sand them?
Yep. You guys
Quick
are
learners.
so smart.
Quick learners. Oh, I see why you're learning. You put your fingers in that.
I'm
Hello,
not watching
Wonder.
anymore, Dan.
Oh, sad
I like
face.
I like you.
You get other people talking?
Adam was on my phone talking for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But then his response to your question. Yeah, come out to our place. Look at a shop.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you, see if you wanted to come out next weekend. Talk bullshit, hang paneling.
Well, Saturday I'm going to be here because it's tabletop day.
Oh. What are you doing Friday?
I'm here from 3 to 7.
What are you doing Thursday? Well, no. I work Thursdays.
We'll figure it out. One of these weekends you need to come out and see our place.
Yeah.
See, I wish you saw it from the beginning so you could see how much it's improved.
That's what pictures are for. And video.
True.
So once you cut these 2 little guys, we're going to set them to the side. We will be gluing them eventually, but these go in kind of last because they're the spacers,
Yeah.
and they may change as sanding and et cetera, so forth. Hey Amber, don't saw, slide. It'll leave a cleaner cut and extend your blade more.
I don't feel like I have control over it.
You actually have better control when it's extended, but do what you feel is safe.
That's true. Do what you feel is safer.
Okay, let me go get the bastard store.
Not sure that will cut the foam.
No, but it's
Oh, it will.
It's called bastard sword
It's
for
one
a
of the
reason.
things that I want to do is I want to make the Sword of Omens from Thundercats,
Mm.
and I want to do it so it has an interchangeable blade. So when it's in the lion sheath, the lion sheath, it's a short blade, and then I draw it out, it's a long blade. So I haven't figured out. Yeah.
So are you gonna post that video if you decide to do that since
Yes,
you're
I will.
talking on it? Okay.
Yes, I will. I'm going to be doing all of my crafts. I'm going to be doing on video. So even some of the commission pieces I have coming up.
Wow.
My dwarven double-bladed battle axe.
Yep.
That's a tiny axe. It's a hand throwing axe.
For you.
For you.
Craig, I can't get the blade to actually go.
Go back in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because this little part here is supposed to be on this little hole right here.
So just pull the blade all the way out unless it reattaches.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't
So all of the scraps can go away for now.
The same height.
Yeah, I saw the video on the
Do you
kitchen.
feel you're comfortable sanding? Nope, keep going.
I've redone it and redone it and redone it because, well, we
Yeah.
got rid of basically that whole downstairs.
So
and the
this
bedroom.
piece technically will never be seen.
Game store
Just
is
so
bigger
people
than
know.
that.
This is purely a filler piece.
But it's labeled so that if you take a step back, you can see what's
Okay.
up and down.
Next
Yeah.
comes up one of the most critical pieces, which is going to be this. These blocks are your
This is for my
cosmetic
CDO.
blocks. These you want to take your care on how you shape them because they will determine the visibility of your axe. So
Yeah, my axe in the game is bigger than I am.
it is.
Was
I
there-
really enjoyed playing with you last night, Greg. That was the
was
night
fun.
before. That was fun.
Was there a mobile home back there still?
There is an RV back there. I was wondering whose that
They were
was.
trying to dump something they shouldn't, and I
Ah.
saw them, and they put it back real quick, and then they've been trying to convince people to unlock the garbage so they can dump their garbage. And so they're just staying back there waiting for somebody to get
That's
in.
my business is keep their garbage cans locked.
If
they
I
wanted
can't
to
dump
dump
my
their
garbage
sewage
here
on
on
the
a regular
tracks.
basis, they can't dump theirs.
There's sewage on the tracks.
It's this big thing, and it was all shaky and murky, and I looked at them, and they looked at me. and I
They're
looked at
dumping
them,
their
and they put
waste.
it- Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is these are our bevel marks. So we wanna go roughly half, and what I do is I just literally gauge the knife at about a 45 and just slide right on over. See how that worked? So this is why I was saying, Amber, you don't want to saw, because it will really mess up your cut here. So, and what you do is you just literally just slide across.
I think this needs to be sharp because it's not one.
Trade Jet, I just sharpened this.
Yeah, I went through and that's about as far as it
Yeah, that needs to be sharpened. Feel free if any time you need it sharpened to ping me, and I will let you know, and I will be more than happy to sharpen such said things for you. You're not cutting down, Amber. You're cutting at a 45.
That's what I was doing.
Okay.
45.
Okay.
Not an
Okay. Just making sure.
From here, it looks a little bit different, honey. I remember remember having to do that with our razors to shave our legs growing up.
Exactly the same principle.
Yep. Didn't we see him yesterday?
Yes, we actually saw him yesterday at the store.
At Lowe's.
Yes.
Walmart.
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 Yes.
One of the, we were at several places, sorry.
It's
Does that cut better?
It looks like it is.
But I think I just suck at this part.
This is the hardest part to do and requires a lot of skill
And patience.
and patience. I fortunately have been doing this for like ever.
Amber's getting it pretty good. Look at that.
Yeah. Amber, hand me your knife. It needs to be sharpened.
That's what I was actually about to do.
Yep.
I thought it was looking pretty good.
Close the blade and toss it to me.
What, you don't want any piercing?
And this is why I say that cutting foam is horrible on a blade. And in theory, we would have swapped out the blades like what, 4 or 5 times already to a new blade.
Versus just sharpening the one you have.
Yeah. Because yes, the reason we start with this is because this is the next part you're going to go to is beveling the edge on the axe.
Yes, that's.
And it starts a little fun.
She might hit you with her axe if she doesn't get this beveling thing down. I can see that look on her eyes. I think I'm gonna go inside.
Do I do the same things to the triangles or not the triangles?
Leave the triangles for now.
You've got really pretty hair.
I'm sorry?
You've got really pretty hair.
Oh, thank you. His wife did it for me.
Tell your wife she's awesome.
Thank you. I'll let her know.
I love the response when people see the new store.
So.
This is the first time these guys have been in there. Okay. So it doesn't have to be perfect.
Well, I
just,
mean, one of them was that, like, really.
yeah, it's we're going to sand them. It'll look fine. It'll look fine. So now we start with the blades. How are you doing? Are you done with yours, Amber?
Yep.
Perfect. So you go with the blades, and you're going to measure 1/2 inch, and it's going to get funky because you're going to have to turn the blade at different angles. But you go in 1/2 inch in this way.
1.5 inches.
No, just 1/2 inch.
Oh, half inch. Okay.
You said
Yeah.
one. You did say 1.5.
Yeah, I did. So 1/2 inch.
1.5 inch.
I wish to steal some extra foam from you.
Okay.
Well, there's.
You guys are funny.
What-
We
what-
had an order for 108 cards.
Take those. If you can use those, use them.
Yes.
If not, take a hunk of the big foam.
This should work.
So, and what you're going to do is it's going to be beveled and round like this,
Gotcha. Okay.
Amber.
Copy.
So it's going to do that. So, and this is where you get to freehand draw from dots to dot. So those of you with artistic abilities, unlike myself, this is awesome. If you have no artistic abilities like me, not so awesome.
Or you just don't use rulers being artistic? Right?
So that measurement is generally about the same all the time. It's about 1/2 inch for a blade. If you're doing a sword, by the way, it's going to be closer to 1 inch bevel.
Yeah.
See, I try to freehand and I can't. As much as I try to do the artist thing, I suck.
Well, the plus side is with all these drawing errors that people do, especially when they're starting out, when it's all done, when they paint it, you won't even see it.
Correct.
So that is the plus side of it's okay to make mistakes in the drawing phase.
I decided it was easy to find.
Okay?
If that's what you want to do,
Yeah, that works.
and you're
better.
good enough,
And she is, I'm looking at it.
Ruler versus freehand.
Wow, yeah. Are you sure that's the right?
that's not a quarter. That's not
No.
a half inch.
Hold
That's
up
what I
yours.
measured on. It was half
Hold
inch.
up. Hold. I don't. Amber, look at his.
Yeah, and I used the ruler for half an inch, and that's what I got.
Okay, because that looks like 2 millimeters.
It was on the inch side, and I was on the half mark point. I measured to there, and then did the dot.
Huh? That's your first.
You should be right there.
Maybe I
And
can
then
follow.
on there, and
That's
then
that's the half inch.
Yeah, that one. That'll work.
Is where it is.
Not very social person, remember?
got it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be shaved off anyways. I have to go back inside. Some stuff, please. I'm coughing up the storm. I'll wait a little longer. I'm tempted to eat your burger.
You may if you wish. If you're hungry, eat it.
Hey, Dad.
Huh?
If you're hungry, eat
Hi,
it.
Dad. Where are you?
I don't want to
Does
waste
that look
it.
better,
so-
Daniel?
Yes.
Yes. It's and the reason you do it is it makes the blade. I screwed up on there.
Yeah.
Makes the blade look better when it's cut.
And then you can go.
And just try to match it on the other side too.
Yeah.
That's why you would measure it versus freehanded
Have a good 2 weeks.
if you aren't artistic,
Hang out sometime.
unlike you.
I'm not artistic. I dwarven.
Will you help me with that right hand, Danny? 'Cause I kind of suck in it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So once you get the bevel done, comes the fun part. I'm going to walk over and show you what I did. So you want to bevel, and you want to cut about halfway of the stack. Because you want to leave a little lip here. Now, you doing cosplay may want to do a little bit deeper cut and try to hit right to the seam. Okay? Because you will want a more defined edge. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
So,
That or I end up doing it thin edge and using thermoplastic.
yeah, I was going to say, that's the other option, is you can use the thermoplastic or the wobbly to do your edge for you. Either one works perfect, depending on how you're going to do it.
State tabletop there or something?
No.
Pokemon tournament.
Pokemon tournament.
And
Yeah.
a class.
Oh yeah. So Amber, I'm going to show you how to start the cut. I will do one, and then you get to try your best. How's that? So, let's start over here. So, what you do is you start here, and this is where I try to show the drag of the blade rather than cut. Is you just start. Got it? Think you can do it?
Maybe.
No. No. Flip the blade over. 45. There you go. There you go. You got it. Now push the blade forward slightly. There you go. Keep sliding. You got it. Now turn the piece. Too sharp of an angle. You want to try to keep an angle.
I don't know.
I'm more interested in
So when you pull it across, we're able to get the angle.
Then we get to sand again.
Yep.
Yeah, that part's too bad.
Yeah, but see, with practice, this will be nothing to you.
Yeah.
I know I sure couldn't do it on my first try. Probably not even my 5th try. But after that, I probably could. Reminds me of fixing cakes.
A lot of the same skills apply. Yep. Now you sand.
Yep. Which one?
You want to do the. You want to do the fine. You're not very square.
Close enough.
Dan, do you think this class will be done by 4:30?
What time is it now?
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're almost done.
Well, because I have paperwork for Amber to fill out before Marvin gets me, so I was asking.
Yeah. We are actually almost done. We're literally like 90%.
Well, we gotta clean up all this stuff. So are they supposed to keep their phone that they haven't cut?
Their option. If they have plans for it, if not, we will use it in later projects.
Did you want us to do the little triangles or no? Just
Nope, not triangles yet. So then once you cut, you're going to do the sand to edge.
Which one?
I use fine.
Are we supposed to do that on these ones?
Yes, we'll be sanding those next.
It's looking pretty good over there. Both of them.
I'm missing an axe head.
I ate it.
I only have mine, so I don't know.
Is it on the
It's
ground?
under my purse.
No, those are two. I'm missing one. Oh well, I'm gonna start working on these next anyways. So it's over there.
Oh, it's over there.
Right there.
Can you toss it to me?
You look like your Grandpa Jess.
PJ's dad's house. Okay.
Yes. Perfect. So now you take the same thing and start with the medium and hit the edge here.
I know, but with that I've been doing it with that
Yes.
hot glue. Should I do?
Yes, you can glue the glue. You can sand the glue.
No, I know. Fine wasn't wearing
Yeah.
down the hot glue, so I was like,
Yeah, go to medium.
Okay.
And this is where it gets a little funky and you gotta play it by ear and switch in between. Bye.
And
Yes, you can glue the glue. You can sand the glue.
no, I know. Fine wasn't wearing
Yeah.
down the hot glue, so I was like,
Yeah, go to medium.
Okay.
And this is where it gets a little funky and you gotta play it by ear and switch in between. Bye.
and
We're making battle axes.
I see that. It's not stuffy in here.
No.
kind of the opposite.
It's so stuffy in here right now.
What do you think?
And I've been pulling orders all day.
We've been getting a ton.
I know.
I heard 108 cards for one order.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Which is awesome. And I'm not behind the counter, so I can doubly say that.
Yeah, that was actually Chris saw that and goes, "Can I pull it?" And I'm like, sure.
Sure. Yeah, the answer to that is abso-fargan-lutely.
I know how to do that. I can help too.
So, and I want to see if I can point this out on camera. This is where my glue slid. And the downside of rubber cement is once it's set, it is set. It ain't moving. So I now have to figure out how I'm going to shape and cut this. Right here. Good enough for government work.
Adam was asking of me for a while, and I told him some questions.
We're actually getting pretty close.
Thank you. Get it back on camera, Dan.
Well, sometimes I can't keep it on camera because I have to
If
stand
you
in
sit
such a
closer
way.
to me, you will be on camera. There you go.
Good enough. So I'm going to do some speed work on these to get these other set caught up to where we're at today. So once again,
That's better.
I'm going to walk you through it. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch on the inner curve. If I connect the dots. Flip over. Repeat as necessary. 1/2 inch. Sorry, 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch on the inner curve. Play connect the dots.
Just want to make sure it was.
Oh yeah, that
I
looks
can't
nice.
tell that it was two
Yeah.
pieces.
Huh?
Yeah.
I can't tell it was two pieces.
I'm gonna need to sharpen my knife. So when you cut with a dull knife, you'll see how I get this scissoring effect. And that's because the knife is getting old.
Oh.
Dull. Right then, time for a new blade.
Don't cut your toes off, and then.
I'm not gonna cut my toes off.
This time.
Maybe next month.
Yeah, cats aren't fun.
Why are cats fun?
Cats.
No.
So take your toes off and put them in the water. Don't
Yes,
put
they
your toes
will.
off. And then everybody here will have to laugh at you.
I will laugh at myself. And then you go to the fine sandpaper. And you clean up your edges. Same thing out here. Clean it up. Yes.
That's my edge.
Cool. I'm having a heck of luck with this knife. How you guys doing over there? Good. We're almost to the point where we're going to start gluing. We just have a few more small steps to do. Are you guys having fun at least? Good.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to do more of these classes in the future on different parts. Next class up is going to be shields. And then from there, we're probably... Oh, that looks nice. From there, we'll probably go to vambrace. I'm thinking about doing a Knight Templar style vambrace because it has some filigree and that type of stuff that we need to add in.
up. I don't remember if I brought it with me or not.
I don't know. It was the car I
Is my
don't.
sports still sitting on the table over there?
Yes.
Okay. I'm caught up to you guys on both my sets of axes. So you guys know I'm doing 2 axes at the same time. So,
Because why not?
well, one I started last night. So now we need our funny little squares. And your hot glue guns.
You mind plugging that in?
Yep. So while those are warming up, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that these line up on the top, and you're going to be gluing them together into one piece. So you want to make sure they're pretty square to each other as much as possible. And you want to make sure that you put the textured sides together. If you need to square them up, do so. If you need to cut them, do what you need to do to make them kind of square. Like I'm doing, because apparently I can't measure or cut today. And these guys are going to be going at the top of the if I actually put the tops together, huh? These will be going at the top here. I'm opening the glue.
Like that.
Yes. And I got rubber cement on my fingers. It happens. So these parts aren't visible, so looks don't really matter. So just glue them together into a nice, good little block.
Okay. And then we're gluing it to this.
Yep. And then you're gluing it to make your nice, wonderful squares.
Back.
Stay together.
I don't want glue on my fingers.
It's only hot glue.
I don't even know that on warm glue.
So you want to cover the inch at the top.
Amber, you know what?
What?
When we
from the 90s from
That's probably worth a penny or four.
Yeah, it's in a big store, like one of those storage lockers.
Yeah.
Trunks. It's in one of those. It's still in the Pokeball too. It's and it's in a hard case.
Have a good one, guys.
Careful, don't fall.
I keep thinking I should look up how much it's worth, then I'm like, I don't really want to sell it.
So next you're gonna do is glue in the pipe.
Where are you guys going?
I feel like playing a little baseball today. Glue in the pipe.
Yeah, so you want to put a bead down each side of the pipe, stick it, and then you're going to fill the cavity with glue. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
As I hold my battle axe together so it can do its thing. I just realized I didn't do the other shaft of this. Oh well.
Oh, actually, I'm at Wandering Cabin. I forgot to say.
Yeah, it's we'll set it off to the side over here and let it dry.
After I've been gone for 2 days, yeah.
Oh, it feels so nice this year.
So I came in third.
Third, nice.
Hey, let's start playing a game. Yeah.
I came in last.
See, the benefit of hot glue guns is it dries quick. So yeah,
The
then that-
downside is it dries quick.
yeah. Looking nice. Of course, you have the spider stings everywhere.
Yeah. Got some hard to take care of.
You had a glue, Amber? Yeah.
Yeah, arthritis.
So, and we will be gluing this thusly. And we will get a nice, good, strong weld out of that. Yeah, use as much glue, fill up the space, blow glue, put glue, crisscross the top if you need to. However you feel, want to make it nice and good and lovely. These are coming out nice. And this makes sure that the axe doesn't accidentally go flying off and hit somebody in a cosplay or another player on the field if you're smacking them about the head and shoulders like you should be with a battle axe.
That's what you should be doing.
Blue's hot, by the way?
It was already pretty much dried.
Yeah.
It was at that last tack.
The last
where it's
tacky
like,
hot? Yeah.
It's not even hot. It's just like, oh, you're gonna stick to my hand.
So when you guys are ready, let me know and we'll move on to the blocks.
My blocks are good now.
Sand them up.
Right. I can get this one.
Yeah, if you need to put glue in there, fill the glue. But remember, there's going to be a block that's going to go over it like this, so
Okay.
looks don't matter.
Okay. I don't-
Yeah,
There's a lot of air pockets.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
It
I was
happens.
trying to make sure I got all those air pockets filled.
Yeah. Let me do this so I can do my stuff.
I'd be angry if it came flying off.
The person it hits might not be too happy either.
I'd just laugh at them.
I would. But that's me and my sense of humor.
And then glue these on top.
Yes, but not yet.
Not yet.
So make sure they're sanded and look the way you think they should look. And this is where you ask your first question. Are those held on by rivets or by magic?
What are you guys doing out here?
Making battle axes.
Very nice.
So if hypothetically the block goes on and it's by rivets, you got to figure out where you're going to put the rivets. Or if, like I showed in the picture, you just have them plain. Either one is acceptable and looks good. It's up to you for personal taste.
That's starting to look good.
Yeah, it looks fine. My thing is, I still got a lot of stupid, a lot of gluing to do.
For the aquarium store.
Okay. So if you wanted them held on by rivets, how would you go about doing that?
I'm about to show you because this one gets rivets.
How would you think of that?
So, out of a wild curiosity, what do you think rivets would be made out of? Well, I know they're made out of metal, but how would you do it in crafting? You're gonna giggle and laugh.
Myself, I would actually use a brad, and I would
Okay.
poke it through, and then obviously bend the two little flanges out, and
Do you know what that sounds like? Work.
really not. Are they just gonna be painted googly eyes?
Painted googly eyes.
Is it bad I knew that?
No, because you saw me playing with them earlier.
No, I would
No,
have.
it's supposed to be
First, I
bad.
would have just figured brads, shove them right
Brad's
through.
Brad's work. They really work. But googly eyes have the look, the shape, and the texture that we want right out of the box. As long as you don't have sticky static on you. So if you want Brad's, let me hand you a couple googly eyes. These are not the peel and stick. You will have to glue them on.
I need 4.
You only need 4, but I always give an extra one because oopses happens.
Because I have a third eye.
What? You have a third eye. And what I do is I put a dot on the bottom.
Because we're going to go through one of the rooms the window on Jason's eyes.
No, you are not.
I'll take the poster down, glue him to Jason, put it back on.
No, you're not. I am no fun.
Glue him to the back of Brian's head. Zoe might have an issue with that.
So you will end up with something like this. Of course, you probably want to put your top on straight, not off at a 45-degree angle like mine. And now I will go back to gluing the backside of this little sucker.
Can I have some googly eyes handy?
Only if you want to come over and get them. That should be 4. So by now your battle axe should start taking shape. Oh, sorry. I told you hot glue
I
at
was
midnight.
being very patient.
I apologize.
No worries.
I was off doing other things and working and. So once you get both sides glued on, we're gonna put it to the side and let it cure and sit and do its thing, and then we're moving on to the triangles. Googly eyes make rivets.
Let's just look at the bathroom.
Yes.
Why do they look like they're staring at you?
Yes, right?
So we should turn them sideways. I know. Now I'll do the
Now you do the triangles. Hi, Craig. Hello. Don't swing. Not set yet.
With googly eyes.
You gotta do rivets.
Don't swing.
Don't swing yet. It's not fully
Still
glued.
setting.
Yeah.
When I saw all of this together, I was thinking that you guys were making like holsters or something for them.
We could.
Well, not using the ruler, but yeah.
So this is going to make the crown or the spike that goes at the top. So the main part of this is to learn the different shapes and how to cut them. So, and like I said, this is not a overly complicated build by any stretch of the imagination.
This one shifted a little on you.
Yeah. How hot?
It's hot.
I know. So you will glue them together, thusly. Glue, glue.
What about a loop group?
Not a loop guru. Galoop and goop. See if I can do this while it's still hot. And it will go thusly. And we are 80%, 90% done. Yay, cheap craft foam.
Joann's, 99 cents.
You got it. Or in my case, Michael's, because it's right next door to my house.
That quiver that I built for Toriel,
Yes.
the base of it started with cheap craft foam, and then it was a pre-made like paper mache, it was like a mulch mache, just
Yes.
to form it, and then after that it was all the newspaper, Elmer's glue, water mixture.
Have you played with
Layer after
expansion foam? The $3 can from expanding
I
foam?
didn't trust myself to do it with that.
One
It
of
was
the
just one
classes
of
we're
those
going to do,
that-
I think I told you, one of the classes we're going to do
Yeah.
is going to be the fist from Double.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night.
I'm going to show you how to do that. It's because that is a required skill for casting a lot of weapons.
See, I thought about just doing the molding clay, plaster, cast, pour it over.
A
the molding
lot of
clay.
people do that too.
Just because of the mediums I'm very comfortable with.
And that ultimately is what it boils down to. It's one of the things that I want to do is reach out to some local artists and have them sculpt some things for me. Like some nice pommels, the bottoms of swords, cross guards, so I can mold them and cast them out of rubber.
Nice.
So if you guys remember, there's one piece left over. One from your number 4. Guess what you're going to do with that?
Cut out 4?
Cut out number 4 twice. Remember to flip it when you do it. So you're going to do on the green foam, you're once again going to do a pattern. If I could draw today, it would be amazing. Did I tell you guys to glue the spike to the top?
Yes. No.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. If not, glue the spike to the top, because sometimes I'm a
Along with
goofball.
my googly eyes.
Along with your googly eyes. At one point in my life, I had craft scissors over here. There they are. Now, with the foam, the good thing about foam is you get to use the crafter's best friends, scissors. And you want to cut them out.
Move them to the front.
Yes.
No sanding required at this point.
No sanding required at this point. So as much as possible, you want to keep one of the long edges here pristine. Do you understand what I said? Okay. And these wonderful toys will get glued thusly, completing our wonderful battle axe. And you'll need to do them twice, I forgot to say. Yes. Because you got to put 2 on the side. I forgot to say twice. Because I'm bad. How you doing, Colin?
Good, you?
Good.
I just found a uncommon from a really old set that I was looking for on my decks.
Nice.
It was a kill spell that costs incredible amount. 8 full mana. It's destroy target non-black creature.
Yeah, that's really expensive.
However, it has a secondary ability. I get X 1/1 green sapling tokens equal to its mana cost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if I end up saying destroying like a world spine worm who has a mana cost of 11, I get 11 sapling, which adds fuel to the fire for my sapling deck, which just says saplings everywhere.
Nice.
It's amazing. It's supposed to be non-competitive, but I've just been adding cards to it, keep adding cards to it, and it just the synergy's crazy. But I love it.
It sounds awesome. Can you scoot down? Thank you.
If I weren't here right now.
So, any questions on the next step? So now we're at what's called embellishments. The axe itself is technically done.
like, doesn't the store have like half of Power 9 now? With like a third of it? Because it has Lotus and 2 boxes, right?
Oh no, we sold those.
Oh, the boxes?
Yeah, we sold all that stuff a long time ago.
You still have the Lotus?
No, we gave it back to the owner of such said thing. Because we weren't going to pay $4,000 to buy it outright. We were selling it on commission. So it's one of those things that we would have sat on it for a year and a half.
His best bet would be just leave it.
We tried to tell him that. That or go to Card Kingdom, who will pay for it.
Well, Card Kingdom, one of the same.
Yeah. Because there's no way that we do a
They
good
would
amount.
have definitely been able to sell it.
Yeah. Well, they
hold legacy tournaments.
Yeah.
My friend has 3 legacy decks. But then again, he works for our card shop down south, and he gets lots of expensive cards from the owners for free.
Yep.
But then again,
Okay, you're still doing the glue. Okay.
He literally walked out as I started doing the new batch of glues.
We go down
Okay, then I
to
can go back in and talk to Jim.
once a month. Our friend lives in Renton, so he meets us there. 'Cause it's kind of that halfway point.
What's the blue foam for?
And then we'll play a lot of game of bottles.
Okay. Indian.
But
What's the roll of blue foam for?
That's for. I'm going to show you guys that later. We're not going to use it. It's just another type of foam you can use to do this stuff.
Okay.
That's simple.
I need to go to like Costco or something and pick up a couple of cases of these.
Yeah, no, put it on too quick.
What? Sorry, you have that.
is that the lemon one?
Yeah.
You were better with lemon vodka.
Yeah, but he's not old enough to enjoy such said lemon vodka.
I thought you were at least 21.
No, he's 16. He's one of our babies.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I just started driving like 6-7 months ago.
Don't even look 16. My sister's 17 and she looks not.
Don't hit it too hard. It's not fully set
She's
yet.
half 26, which doesn't make it just right. But my
But I wanted
friend's
to
sister
take
is
Colin with it.
17
Oh,
and she looks like
believe
she's
me,
12.
he's on the list as a dummy test. I mean,
I would like to be a crash test dummy.
oh, I get that.
What am I crash testing?
And now I'm going
And
these down.
Yep.
Okay. What's it made out of?
Foam.
Okay. Sure.
You're centering them.
Yep.
Okay.
And this is the last step, actually, before we seal.
All I asked is
What
not
about
the head
painting the,
because I've been
eyeballs?
hit way too many times.
That's way down the line. We're not even to the paint set yet. We still have to seal. It's, in all honesty, we're not painting until next weekend if people want to come out and paint.
I'll be here Saturday. Ah! Shit.
Not here at Track Supplies.
Huh?
Wow, damn. You unplugged me for not doing anymore?
For the game?
Not currently, no.
Where are we painting?
Right here.
Oh.
Take some of the,
So,
take some of the excess.
The choice that I will leave with you guys is you're welcome to take it home and base coat them yourself. Or if you leave them with me, I will plastic dip them. So they will be ready for next week for us to do all the glorious stuff that needs to be done.
Okay.
So,
I'll probably do it easier. There's not enough room in my house. Hi, Ryan.
Oh, thank you.
Ryan.
What?
I had a piece of foam land on my nose and it went away and it caught on my coat and it ripped it on my face. You need an all muffin.
you are an all muffin.
Muffin.
Hot, isn't it?
No, I didn't center it right. And it's already,
It's already set.
yeah, see?
Looks better than mine.
Once I pulled my finger away while it's still not completely set, it slid up.
But I did a thing.
Made a thing.
So how long is it? So we can start hitting people with it?
24 to 48 hours. I have to put the plastic dip, which we will be doing here probably in about 10 minutes. Those that I will show you guys how to. But we got to go to the backpack for that.
Mine. Not give you permission to play with it.
So there's 2 more steps if you want to.
I tried making a big 6 for page for the excavation bag out of wood. Failed horribly. Milling machines don't like me. They don't like me at all.
Why do milling machines not like you?
I don't know. Trying to make a simple cube, make some 3x3 cube, right? I made the cube, and then it was like, I thought it was a perfect cube. I thought wrong. Because when I went to the CNC machine, the CNC numbers on it, skulls. You know how like normal desktop dots, like certain dots on other sides. Do that with the skulls.
See, I wish they had a CNC machine when I was in school. I would have made a lot better things.
And then
I just want one there and throw
to
it.
CNC cover to the side. And then I had a really ingenious idea for the colors of mana, colors of dye.
So who can guess what the next step is?
Hitting people with it.
Edging, or blade edge.
Need help there?
I got it.
Alright.
Ah.
Grip.
What? Sorry. I promise I'm not trying to.
So what I do is I figure out how big my grip's going to be. And then on your long end, you want to cut a 1-inch strip and do something like this.
Oh, fat glove.
So if in the future you have actual access to leather, you can leather wrap this for more accuracy and such. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Pull it a little tight. Can you seriously go over there and do this? Thank you. It's us people with asthma that really affects.
That.
Sure. You tell me. So I generally start at the bottom and spiral up to figure it out. Because you only technically need about 6 inches for a grip. And spiral it as tight or as loose as you want to get the idea of how big you want. And if you want, you can add additional strips to make it longer or shorter. But it's best to have probably an inch in there in space.
We did it.
Hi, Craig. Hi.
Hello, TV land.
More like internet land.
Yeah.
And then glue it.
Yes, put a dot at the bottom. No, put a dot at the bottom, stretch it up, make sure you have it in line the way you want it, then put a dot at the top and go back and fill it in. Yes, put a dot at the bottom, no, put a dot at the bottom, stretch it up. Can you please not do that while I'm recording?
Hold on. There you go. I had to mute it.
Technically, we're at the point where we're just doing embellishing, and a lot of this becomes personal flavor at this point. I'm going to show you some quick techniques that you can use for whatever that you want to do to make it look spiffy.
If the party is smart and not just attack some other creature, you'll only be one at a time. So, like, let's say, for example, if I don't know,
Good day, builders.
Thank you. How'd you do in the tournament?
I think I did pretty good in place or anything, but I went 2 out of 3. It's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So did I went to it.
Cool.
Again. If it's just been like dinky crazy.
Are you trying to tight spiral it up? You may want to leave more space, but it's entirely up to you. And the reason I say is it looks better when you have the space, so you see the wood between it. And it's purely look-wise. So,
So I was thinking, once it's all painted, taking some of my faux leather, like I used
Yep.
my on Toriel, and then
you may want to just leave the off entirely if you're going to do the faux leather at home. It's because the next step is we're going to actually seal from here down with paper, and then I'm going to spray this with Plastidip. Yeah, and this is where I said that the axe itself is technically done, but it's up to you guys on embellishments. I got foam all over my glasses. Pin? Yeah. So guys, this is where we're going to go ahead and stop the recording. Thank you for those that joined us, and we will go from there. Once again, if you like, please hit like, share, do everything. You guys know what to do. Have a great day, and I will see you guys all later.